All right, hey everybody. I almost just said hello mathematicians, but I just couldn't quite do it. So that was for you, Meadow. We're going to go ahead and get started. This is your 7-8 notes. If you don't have these in front of you, you need to get them out. 7.8 notes. Everybody needs a pencil. If you need to borrow one, you can ask Mr. Cam and he can get it for you. There's some on my desk. .8. This is recursive formulas. We have not yet talked about these. They're a little different than what we've been talking about the last couple days. And I want to highlight some information for you here. Using a recursive formula. A recursive formula allows you to find what we're calling the nth term, like the 10th term, the first term, the second term, the fourth term, fifth term. N is the new x for these. By performing operations on one or more of the terms that preceded. Okay, that sounds very fancy and confusing, but don't worry. Basically, this is, sometimes they're called step formulas. You start with one number, and if you're going up a staircase, in order to go to the fourth step, you have to go to the third step. You can't just, well, maybe some of you could jump to the fourth step, but you know what I mean. If you're trying to jump to the 10th step, I don't think over by the stairs that any of you could jump up to stair number 10. Don't try it. Okay, all right, I'm already getting off track. So here we go. Example, find the first 5 terms of the sequence in which this little A1, I want you to know what that actually means. You don't really say it as A1. Sometimes I will refer to it as that on accident. But that A1, make a little note, it's pronounced, or it's said, A sub, like substitute, A sub 1. So that means that it is the first term, because it's a 1. If it was a 2, a little 2 down there, it would be A sub 2, and it would be the second term. So A sub 1 is the first term. This right here is A sub, not 1, what's down there? An n, A sub n, equals all of this madness, okay? I don't want you to be too worried about this. I'm going to help you understand what it means. Also, this part right here, just don't even worry about that, okay? Just don't worry about it. But this equation is what we're looking at. And maybe actually I might even use a highlighter just so we can see it. That's the equation that we're using. A sub n equals negative 2a sub n minus 1, that's all in the sub, plus 14 at the end. Here's what it means. Over on the side, I just want to make a little list, and we need to find the first 5 terms. So the first term would be A sub 1. The second term, guess what? A sub 2, because there's a 2. The third term is A sub 3. Fourth term is A sub 4. The fifth term is A sub 5. I'll wait for you to get that copied down. It really helps to write it out like that. The good news is that they already give us A sub 1. I hope you see the connection here. A sub 1 equals 5. Well, that's going to be my starting number. I'm just going to put a 5 right here. And I said that these formulas are like step formulas. So this is like step 1. We're on step 1. We want to get to step 2. The way that we do that is we can write out this equation right here, but instead of using this a sub n minus 1, that just means the number before it, the stair before it. So I'm going to write negative 2. I got the negative 2 from my equation right here. But then instead of this a sub n minus 1, I'm going to use the number I had before it. So the number I had before it was 5. Once I get that in there, then it's just plus 14. I can type this in my calculator. Negative 2, parenthesis 5, plus 14 equals 4. So that number 4 is my answer for the second stair step. Now I need to find the third stair. If you want to, you could just do this for all of them. It's negative 2 times your stair number plus 14 every time. Negative 2 times your stair number plus 14. I plugged in a 5 to this one. On the next step, I'm not going to plug in a 5. What am I going to plug in? A 4. So let's try it. Negative 2, parenthesis 4, plus 14 equals 6. I'm going to use a different color. 6. So that's my answer for right here is number 6. I'm on step number 3. I got to get to step 4. I'm going to plug in my 6 down here. Negative 2, parenthesis 6, plus 14 is 2. That's the number I'm going to write on this line. And my last step here, I'm going to plug this in. And I got 10. That doesn't seem right. I guess it is, yeah, because it's not as negative.